Hi guys, just want to do a quick video on the fastest way to get the secret garden and which amorphous materials you're going to want to prioritise to get it the quickest. So with this gun getting a buff, I'm sure there's a lot more people who are wanting it, and so I'll just run through it sort of item by item. So first things first, you're going to want to farm these top 3 items first. They have a 2-hour craft time, whereas the code doesn't need crafting, and so once you've got these crafted, it sort of gives you 2 hours to go out and farm this, sort of saving you a little bit of time all in all. So for the first part, the polymer, you're going to want to farm here, pattern 112. Reason being is you want to farm either the hard modes, either the common or normal, because of the massive difference in drop chance. And the reason why you want to farm pattern 112 rather than pattern 82 is the boss is ever so slightly easier to kill for 112, although it's not a massive difference. To be honest, both of these bosses are a little bit of a pain, and the only other slight advantage to doing 112 is that the secondary shard that you need is polymer, which is probably the second quickest shard to farm. So yeah, go for 112. So for the second part, the fiber, you're going to want to go for pattern 61. Reason being is it's a super easy boss to kill and uses the best shards that you could ask for. It has monomer, which is by far the fastest shard farm, and polymer as a secondary, which is the second fastest shard farm, so you really can't go wrong with this. You don't want to do 29 because again, common has a lot lower drop chance. 120 is an okay boss fight, but it's nowhere near as good as pattern 61's boss fight, and whilst it does also use monomer, which again, best shard that you could ask for, the secondary is inorganic, which is by far the worst shard to farm for. And then you don't want to go for pattern 99, whilst it is also a very easy boss fight, it uses inorganic as a primary, and again, inorganic shards are the longest to farm for, so don't waste your time doing that. And for the third item, the nanotube, you're going to want to farm pattern 108. Reason being is it's a decent boss fight, it's not a bad one to fight, it's fairly quick to kill, and the shards aren't too bad either. Organic is a relatively okay farm, and monomer again being the best, so you can't go wrong with that. Reason you don't want to go after pattern 004, again, common, low drop rate, you don't want to waste your time doing that. Pattern 74, whilst it has okay shards to farm, the boss fight is pretty terrible. It has 2 immunity phases and a sphere phase, so don't waste your time doing that, it's going to take you a lot longer to farm 74. And then pattern 88, it has okay shards, but is a slightly more difficult and longer boss to kill than 108, so just stick with pattern 108. And then lastly, the code, you're going to want to farm pattern 85. Reason being is, again, don't want to do a common of the pattern 32 because it's lower drop chance. Pattern 114 requires you to do the Frostwalker, which is still very difficult in public lobbies at the moment, and you're going to waste a lot of time trying to do that. And the Kingston hard mode, even though it is a very easy boss to kill, it uses inorganic as a primary shard, and you don't want to waste your time farming inorganic if you can farm the item through another way. So yeah, stick with pattern 85. So for the first pain point item, the highly concentrated energy residue, this is simply through encrypted storage boxes. For the second pain point item, the data processing neural circuit, you're going to want to go on to Vesper's Hard, and the best mission for this is the Battlefield mission Frontline Base. This also gives you HP Collector, which is a very good mod if you haven't got it already, so you can't go wrong with this mission. For the balanced plasma battery, you're going to want to go on normal mode, quarantine zone, so you definitely want to do normal rather than hard mode. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to run through the mission until you get to sort of a metal door, and you're going to have to turn around to fight a wave of enemies. In that wave there will be a yellow health boss who will drop roughly 10 of these a time. It takes about 1.5 to 2 minutes per run, and once you kill him, he'll drop the items, and then you'll just back out of the mission and reset and go again until you got all the items that you need. So yeah, I hope that helps. Thanks.